Ladies and gentlemen, if you saw on social media, we're going to do a pregame show here at 4:45 for today's game. However, we're having the coaches meeting right now, so it looks like we're about to get underway. So here we are for the second day in a row. It's Holy Name Canton South Playoff Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. A beautiful day at the ballpark in Canton South as Holy Name will take on the Wildcats in a Division II, Region 5, Round 2 playoff game. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. As you can see on the scoreboard in the bottom left of your screen, we're picking up where we left off yesterday. In the bottom of the first inning, there'll be a runner on second base. That runner, the two-hitter Trey Wilson, who had a single to left field on his first and only at-bat of the game yesterday. It will go to Pookie Snyder in the 3-hole as he looks to move along the runner who is in scoring position after Wilson stole second base. In the top half of the first inning, Josh Shafer, a contact pitcher, did his job. An F8, F9, and F8 retires aside as Svets and Nemeth fly out to center and Humanek flew out to right. Plenty of contact made. Holy Name, their goal today is straighten out the contact. As for the Wildcats, score early and often in this ball game is their simple goal. They struggle to put runs on the board this year. That has been the only reason why they're not a higher seed, given how well their pitchers have been this year, averaging 3.77 runs per game. A little low for them, but they only allow 3.86 runs per game, so that keeps them close. That's why they're a 12-10 ball team. That is why they're so good. They're able to do their job on defense. As for Holy Name, averaging 4.67 runs per game, pretty good, seems pretty solid. However, the defense is the issue. 5.79 runs per game allowed. That has been an issue for them, as well as inconsistencies on both sides of the ball. They can have a game where they hit really, really well, but the defense is not there. On the contrary, they can have a pitcher go 6 innings, 1 earned run only, and they lose the ball game 1-0, i.e. Lake Catholic, where Dom Marchetta threw a great game, and we still lost because the bats were non-existent. It just depends what you want to see from this team. I'll read out Holy Name's wins. They're very across the board, for lack of a better word. 3-1, 11-1, 10-zip, 3-2, 15-6, 3-1, 10-3. Out of those wins, 4 of them coming with double-digit runs, and the other 3 coming with exactly 3 runs. I feel like we're closer to the 3-run game script today, if anything. I feel my score prediction for this game is pretty accurate for how it will look. 5-4, all the runs coming late in the game. Well, it might not be that way given that there's a runner at second base and you have the best hitter on Canton South's ball team up to bat. Otherwise, I feel like this is going to be a back-heavy ball game. You're going to see a lot of runs scored in the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. Holy Name, they're going to rely on Harrison Frank once again. 13 pitches so far in this ball game from yesterday. After him, if I had to guess, it would go to Frankie Germano, but it just depends how the game script goes. If it's a lost cause, I could see him coming in. At the same time, I could see you get one of your seniors on the mound for one last hurrah, as the starting lineup has 2 of your 4 seniors were going over at first base and Humanek got short. In the event that the game's a blowout, I'd not be surprised to see Josh Kell go on the mound for the green and white, or even if it's a close game, put him on, as he does have playoff experience. If you remember last year, he came on to pitch against Kenston in the later stages of that ball game. Josh Shafer will remain on the mound for the home team. Like I said earlier, dealt well in that ball game. And now, with a 1-0 count in hand, up steps Poochie Snyder. Snyder, we talked about his accolades at the end of the broadcast yesterday. We'll talk about it at the top of today's. Sacred Heart quarterback commit, 2-star quarterback, just under 4,000 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, 74% completion, 151 carries, 1,692 yards, 17 touchdowns, which is just over 11 yards per carry. His football accolades are amazing. Many awards, but the best one, arguably, Art Trainer Award. Best player in the state considering academic, athletic, and character components. Third player in Stark County history to win the award, but first from Canton South. He's arguably the GOAT of Stark County football. Can he be the GOAT of Canton South baseball? A hit today at this point would be a good start. First play of the game is not in time as it's a throwback over to 2. Frank gonna try and mix things up today, and that's not the worst idea. I don't blame him for doing that. You gotta keep this team on their feet. It's playoff baseball. It's win or go home. And he steps off again looking back. He's going to keep doing that this whole ball game. Get used to it. He's going to try and get them sleeping over at 2. Snyder will step out of the box before Frank almost committed a balk. Holy Name's had a couple of balk issues in games. Think the paddle game back in April. First pitch of the game, runner goes, bunt not down. Torzillo throws it in time. Indeed it is. Wait, no. Whoa. We have a blown call 5 seconds in. We'll show the replay. If he's safe, I run a 440. I don't know about that. Let's see the replay. It could be an overreaction, but from this angle, he is cooked. Oh my goodness, he's out by a mile. Wow. A gift to the Wildcats as he's 90 feet away from scoring. That's all I'll say about it, but man, oh man, this is a start, and not a good one. That's 2 stolen bags from Wilson. The pitch just misses inside. Now it will be a 2-1 count. So Wilson, 2 stolen bags on 2 attempts today. Well, today meaning yesterday and today, but we're going to call it today for the sake of the broadcast. The pitch goes into right field and foul. So now it'll be a 2-2 count. After Snyder, it will go to the pitcher, Josh Shafer, in the 4-hole. Frank looking for a big out number 2. Thought he had it moments ago. Frank, the lefty, comes set. The 2-2. Chopped off the bat, foul. I believe it hit off either towards Zidlow or Snyder, so it will be foul even though it went into fair territory. Snyder so far on the campaign really well at the plate. 310, 12 RBIs. He's looking for number 13 right now and his first potentially in the playoffs. 2-2, 1 away. Frank comes set. Now the pitch. Misses upstairs. Now full count, 3-2. Frank is trying to attack in the inside and up top. Hasn't really gone low today, so really don't know what to expect to see from the outside corner in regards to the call. The payoff pitch goes into center field. It could be a sac fly. Nemeth gets under it. It's time for a play at the plate. He bobbles, and Wilson will be easily safe. It's a sacrifice fly for Poochie Snyder to put the Wildcats on the board and give them a 1-0 lead with 2 away. Full count, make contact, get the runner home. That's all Snyder had to do. He did his job, hit the center field. Nemeth couldn't get it cleanly out of the glove. Easy run scored. Should it be on the board? Arguably no. But nonetheless, here we are. You play with what you're given. You get rid of it. 1 call will not change the impact on this game. We continue to play. First pitch of the at-bat will miss upstairs. It's a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat on Josh Shafer, the pitcher. Shafer so far this year batting a .169 with 8 RBIs. Frank will come set. Now the pitch. Finds the inside corner. That will even it up at 1-1. Shafer looking to give himself some extra help on the mound. Will have a 1-0 lead when he takes the bump for the first time today. The pitch misses outside and potentially low as it skips on in. So now a 2-1 count. If Shafer does his job, it goes to Jimmy Smith, the second baseman. For Holy Name in the top of the second, it goes to J.R. Sastry, Joey Ragone, and Danny Stibley. The 2-1 finds the inside corner, the top left of it. Now a 2-2 count. Second 2-2 count of the ball game. Frank will take a second to come set. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball goes to the left side. Preissel strikes across the diamond to Ragone, who goes low and picks it up to retire the side, but not before the Wildcats can put 1 on the board, courtesy of a Poochie Snyder sac fly. It's finally, after 24 hours, the end of one inning in Canton. The Wildcats lead it 1-0. Top two here at Canton South High School. The Wildcats lead at 1-0, courtesy of a sacrifice fly from the main man himself, Poochie Snyder. For just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. J.R. Sastry will step in for his first cuts of the ball game. Holy Name will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up this inning after 3 flyouts in the top of the first yesterday afternoon. It remains with Josh Shafer on the mound. His sub-2 looks to carry the Wildcats to victory this afternoon. His first pitch of the ball game finds the lower part of the zone. There's your answer. It'll be a lower zone on the outside corner. No one count to begin this at bat on Sastry. Sastry enters play today with a .355 batting average through 13 games. Runs inside this time to even it up at 1-1. Shafer through 28.1 innings, went out 29.1 given yesterday. 1.44 ERA with 26 Ks and a 3-1 record. The pitch. Finds the same spot it did on the first pitch. Sastry quickly down 1-2. Ragon will await in the on-deck circle. Shafer will come set. Here comes the pitch. Tanked into left center field, and it's caught on a line out in left. Nice job by Camden Brooks to trail it and retrieve it for out number 1. It was tanked by Sastry into that left center field gap, but it was a textbook catch. Camden Brooks saw it, took the better route, went behind, and retrieved the ball. That's all you could ask from your left fielder to do in that scenario. And with that, 4 flyouts, and all 3 outfielders have now recorded a putout. Now up steps Joey Ragon for his first cuts, almost hits him running inside, but will just avoid the senior. It'll be a 1-0 count to begin his first at-bat of the ball game as he enters plays today with a .230 average, 16 RBIs, but more importantly, 3 homers. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a home run swing from Ragon. That'll even it up at 1-1. Ragon caught for the majority of this year, but for the playoff run has been moved to first base, which is more of his natural position. The 1-1. Just misses upstairs, maybe a touch inside, now a 2-1 count. Patience is key. All 4 batters thus far have made contact. Shafer is a contact pitcher. He trusts his defense. You have to take advantage of it when you can. Fouled away, that helps. So now it'll be a 2-2 count on Ragon.
Hey, throw him a chair here.
Ragon has done a lot of damage down in the count this year. It'll be Danny Stibley up next for the Green Wave, the right fielder. The offering from Shafer. Misses off. Now it'll be a full count, 3-2. Protect, but not overly anxious to swing. It has to be a good pitch for Joey Ragone. The payoff pitch from Shafer. Ground ball left side of the infield. Throw cross diamond from the shortstop. Snyder is in time for out number 2. A textbook play from Mr. Stark County to put away Ragone. Once again, textbook. That's all you're asking your players to do right now if you're Canton South. You have a contact pitcher in. If you get the ball, fundamentals, don't overcomplicate. You don't need any top 10 plays. You just need a win to advance to Monday. And with plays like that, they're in the right direction to get there. First pitch of Stibley is hit to the right side of the infield. Snatched by Smith. Throw to one is in time. For the second inning in a row, the Namers go in order. Middle of 2 in Canton. The Wildcats lead it 1-0. Five, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the home half of the second inning here in Canton, Ohio. The Wildcats lead at 1-0. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon for this round 2 OHSAA playoff clash. In the home half of the first, Poochie Snyder did his job, a fly out to center field, but nonetheless scored Trey Wilson from third base. 2 stolen bags on the day so far for Wilson. His second at-bat will come in the following innings, so we'll see if he can add a third or even a fourth to that tally. We have a quick little stoppage. Luckily, it's not for Thunder this time around. It's just for the players to get inside the dugout. Frank's first pitch of the inning is tanked and fouled to the left side. Smith almost found that left field line to perfection. That would have been extra bases if he just kept it to the right of the white line. Smith so far on the campaign batting .263, 11 RBIs, and 1 double. That would have been his second if it would have gone fair. The 0-1, a little bit taken off the pitch and misses upstairs. That will even it up at 1-1. Smith looking to start the inning off right for the home team. Frank will come set once again. Now the pitch. Just misses off the plate. Definitely close, but now a 2-1 count. Frank definitely challenging, not giving easy pitches to hit. He's pitching around Smith a little bit after that first swing, and you really can't blame him. Ground ball goes to the right side of the infield. Scooped up by Svets. Throw to Ragone is in time for out number 1. The freshman continues to flash the leather here in the playoffs. When you ask Joe Svets to make a play, he makes it. It's textbook. He scoops it up into the chest. It had a weird hop, but he does a nice job to see it in to the chest. You'll see it on the replay. Just goes low, scoops it up, and then throws over to Ragone. A textbook out to retire the leadoff hitter. This pitch is skied left side. Preissel gets underneath it in foul territory and retrieves it for out number 2. It's 2 quick fire outs for the Namer defense. The sun for that pitch went away, and that was really, really helpful for Preissel over at third base. Has the sunglasses, but the way the sun has been acting today, it's come and gone really repetitively. 5-minute increments. So this 5-minute increment for that ball to be popped up, not a bad time. First pitch of this at bat against Cardis is a strike. It's a 0-1 count. Cords so far this year batting .224 with 6 RBIs. Frank comes set and delivers the 0-1, fouled away, hitting the top of the backstop where the senior banners are. So Cords is quickly down 0-2 in the count. Frank looking to get out of this inning. 1-2-3 and Holy Name back to the sticks. The pitch hit to the right side and caught. A little blooper finds Fetz's glove as Fetz records 2 putouts and the Wildcats go in order. End of 2 in Canton. The Wildcats still hold on to a 1-0 lead. The Namers will bat when we return. Officially 24 hours removed from the first delay of yesterday's ball game. We are now in the top of the third. Canton South leads it 1-0. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Besides the sacrifice fly, it's been a pretty sound game technically for both teams. Couple flyouts, couple groundouts. But overall, both teams playing a great fundamental game of baseball. It's been fun to watch, especially a very defensive aficionado. Shafer's first pitch of the inning is hit foul to the right side by Preissel. Will it be caught? No. It was in play but unable to be found by Pearson. We 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on the sophomore third baseman. Preissel, so far this year, batting a .196 with 9 RBIs. Started hot in the middle of April, but since then has cooled down. He hopes to get a hit in a big time for Holy Name as they trail 1-0 and look to get on the board early in today's portion of the ballgame. Shafer, the definition of a contact pitcher. 6 batters, 6 outs recorded, all of them from his defense. 0-1 count, now the pitch. Ground ball, it's hit to the left side, and that's the first base hit of the ball game as Preissel does his job, splitting third and short. So Holy Name has the tying run on the base path, and now that will bring up Mikey Tordzidlo, who will try and do his job and move along the third baseman. In talking to the team after the game was postponed yesterday, they agreed it's a hittable pitcher. Everyone making contact, as you've seen so far. All 6 guys have made contact. It's just a matter of finding the sweet spot when he makes an error and straightening it out for a base hit, and Preissel did just that. Throwback is not in time. So Shafer taking after Frank and will attempt to try and pick off Preissel a couple times, I would assume. He will set. Now the pitch. Bunt being shot, it's popped, it's fair, Whoa, Torsillo beat it out. No, he will not. He is out at first, but it moves Preissel up. A heads-up play from Torsillo that puts the runner in scoring position with one away. Small ball baseball. You really can't blame it at this point in the ball game. You got to get a run on the board. It's the playoffs. Win or go home. You have to do whatever you need to do to get a run on. Okay, why is Preissel back at first base now? Okay, so Preissel's not in scoring position now. There's no official designation given why. Throwback not in time over to first. So now Mike O steps up for his first cut, batting 188 on the campaign, 0 for 1 against Revere on Monday. Swing and a miss, finds the outside corner. Nothing going count to begin this at bat on the junior. Holy name so far today, 1 base hit courtesy of Brendan Preissel. Shafer keeps a close eye on Preissel over at first base. He will deliver. Foul contact made by Alexic, but right into the glove of the catcher Cords. So nothing in 2 count. Shafer searching for his first K of the ball game, and it would put Holy Name in a tough spot. Still a runner on, but it would have Holy Name with 2 outs. It's an 0-2 count. The pitch. Tang to the right side. It falls down for a base hit. The chuck to 2 is caught, but not in time. Michael Alexic does his job, and now Preissel's in scoring position. There's no way they move him back this time around. Once again, it's clinical hitting. It's an 0-2 count. You have to protect. You'll see it on the replay. He adjusts the swing, chokes up on the bat. You can see his hands are higher up this time, and just lines it to the right side, and does exactly what Trey Wilson did to him in the prior inning that the ball was hit to him. Just finds some green grass right in front. But 1 away, Svets comes back up. Down the pipe, nothing on count to begin the second at-bat of the ball game, first of the day for Joe Svets. Yesterday, around 24 hours ago, flew out to center field to begin the ball game. It's 2 on, 1 away for the green and white. The pitch. Blocked by Cords. It's down in the dirt. Evens it up at 1-1. I like that movement there from Shafer. You don't have to pitch to Svets. Pitch around him if you want. Try to get him to chase outside. You know they're going to try and make contact. Everyone in the lineup has made contact against him. He knows that. He just needs to work around that. The 0-1. In the zone, now an 0-2 count. Or it should be a 1-2 count. Scoreboard missing the ball on the big screen. The 1-2 count on the freshman Svets. It's Humick in the on-deck circle. It'd be a big out number 2 for Shafer if he can get it. Goes left side. It's a base hit for Joe Svets. That's his first career varsity base hit in the playoffs. And comes at a big time. Load the bases for Adam Humick. So now Coach Marchetta will go and talk to the ump behind the dish. So now some conversation being had. Don't think it's anything. Maybe it was something Preissel did on the prior attempt to move on Torsillo's bunt. Don't know exactly. It'll be a mound visit right now for the Wildcats as they try and recover as Adam Humick, who's 8 for 19 in his playoff career, 7 RBI, steps up for his first cuts. Flashback to last year against St. Vincent St. Mary in the top of the 7th. Hit the go-ahead RBI single up into center field. Holy Name did not look back in that ball game, winning it 12-8. The hit came at a perfect time. Holy Name took advantage of Humick's hitting, went 3 for 4 in that ball game, and then used that momentum going into Kenston. Ended up scoring the first run in that game against the eventual state champions. They ended up losing it by 10, but nonetheless, to score first against that tough of a team is very impressive. Adam Humick, his nickname is Himmy Humick at Holy Name High School. Can he live up to the nickname with the bases loaded and 1 away? Left center field looking really nice right now. Chopped cut, nothing in 1 count. That's exactly what he did in his first at-bat yesterday on the flyout. He chopped at it. He was late, as you could tell, as it went to right field. If he can be confident in that swing, you could tell he's aiming for left center with that kind of cut, the way he is timed up with the pitch. So no 1 count. Now the pitch. Curve misses just upstairs. You can hear the ooze from the Canton South fans. A very good miss. Just maybe an inch off. It was definitely close. That'll even it up at 1-1. Nonetheless, a big league take. Now the pitch from Shafer. Swing and a miss. Goes upstairs once again as Humanek cuts on it. Now a 1-2 count. After Humanek, it goes to Nick Nemeth. Shafer looking for out number 2 once again. Takes a second and delivers. Misses upstairs as Humanek turns away from it. That'll even it up at 2-2. Patience is key. You can't let the pressure get to you at this point in the playoffs. You have to see the ball. If it's in the zone, take a cut. Look back to Michael Lexick that bat. Did exactly that. The 2-2. Nice block behind the dish. Cords does his job. It's a full count. But nonetheless, a run probably would have scored if that got past the catcher. You need to have a good blocking catcher, and Canton South has that in Grady Cords, the junior. A ball would tie the ball game up. A strikeout would be a well-needed out for Canton South. The payoff pitch. Misses upstairs. Humanek draws a walk, and Hohenheim ties the ball game up at 1 apiece. Patience is a virtue, and Humanek has that virtue. And now the go-ahead run stands 90 feet away, and up steps Nick Nemeth. He has home run power. He's gone yard this year already, has 2. Can he do it with the bases juiced? The pitch from Shafer. Misses upstairs. It'll be a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat on the sophomore. The last namer not to bat today flew out to center field his first time up. And now Cords will go and talk to Shafer on the mound to try and settle him down. If you're just tuning in the bottom of the first, Poochie Snyder, a sacrifice fly to center field, scored Trey Wilson to give the Wildcats a 1-0 lead in the third. Price will start it off with a leadoff base hit. Towards it, they'll bunt it in the second, but then for some reason was forced to go back to 1. But after that, base hit from Alexic, base hit from Svets, loaded the bases up. Humanek walks, and that's where we are right now with a 1-1 ball game. Our coverage schedule for the rest of the year is dependent a lot on how today goes. If Hohenheim baseball goes on to lose today, our last scheduled broadcast would be tomorrow as Hohenheim boys lacrosse takes on the defending state champion in Olmsted Falls. And Hohenheim baseball wins today. They will travel to Twinsburg, have a 2:30 first pitch against St. Vincent St. Mary in the district semifinals. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Nemeth, a big cut. That'll even it up at 1-1. Nemeth heading into today's ball game, batting .277 and has nice 14 RBIs. He's looking for a couple more RBIs. The 1-1. It's skied. It's coming back right behind us. Very close to us. And that's in the road. I'm not going to get that. I'm not paid enough to go and risk my life. They need to up the salary to, $1, and that might be in my pay grade. We'll see. So 1-2 count on Nemeth. The pitch. It's a balk. Josh Shafer balks, and that will give Alexic home. And now I think they changed their mind. No, there we go. There we go. About to say, the balk should score. Nemeth thought he was going to 1. So now it's a 2-1 ball game. The 1-2 count now on Nemeth. A big bat flip at that. The pitch from Shafer. Ground ball left side. Just sneaks foul. Definitely close, but definitely foul. Similar to the at-bat from Jimmy Smith. A couple feet to the right, and that's extra bases. So Snyder will now go and talk to Shafer and try to settle him down. 2 count, Hohenheim, but both runs coming not from hits. A walk. Shafer will come set the 1-2. By Neb goes off the top, but nonetheless, it'll give him another life. And the on next circle is J.R. Sastry. Shafer looking for his 27th K on the campaign. Takes a deep breath. It's a big offering upcoming. 1-2. Sent into left field and goes for a base hit. 1-1 will score. Himonic turns and will run. He will score. Second round. A 2 RBI single with 1 away gives Holy Name a 4-1 lead. This was worth the hour's drive today. Clinical hitting from Nick Nemeth. He changes his approach. He knows he has 2 strikes, times it up, finds the left grass, and now Holy Name a 4-1 lead. If Canton South scores the amount of runs they average per game this year, it's basically over. But nonetheless, it's the playoffs. Anything can happen. The most runs this team has scored in a ball game this year is 8. Holy Name is halfway there, and we're 2 1/3 inning in, and now up steps J.R. Sastry. It'll be Nemeth on first base, who now has 16 RBIs on the year. Something about round 2 for Nick Nemeth. Had a double, tried going for a triple, couldn't get it against Kenston. But this time around, find some green grass in left field. 2 more RBIs. That's 4 RBIs in 2 career games in round 2 of the playoffs for the sophomore. Impressive from him. Canton South will take a second here and talk things over. It looks like we will have a change. Indeed we do. It'll be a pitching change. A.J. Pearson will come on to pitch for Canton South. The Lake Erie commit takes the bump when we return. Pitching change for the home team as they find themselves in a hole down 4-1 for the Holy Name Green Wave. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. The call to the bullpen brings A.J. Pearson, the senior, to the mound. 3 innings pitched so far this year. 0 ERA, 3 Ks, 1 and 1 app. Now up steps J.R. Sastry, runner at first with 1 away. Nemeth will go down the middle. It's a strike. The throwdown is not in time. Nemeth steals 2 and will go for 3 and be in with ease. The throwdown goes wide, and now Nemeth 90 feet away from getting Holy Name their 5th run of the ball game. So Nemeth, that will give him his 13th stolen bag of the season. Sastry now with an opportunity for his 6th RBI of the campaign. Pearson will come set. Now the 0-1. Misses just off the plate. That'll even it up at 1-1. Sasha will be the first namer to bat twice today. Keyword is today. Pearson sets and delivers, followed to the backstop. Holy Name has done an excellent job to make contact no matter the pitch. They've gotten down to 2 strikes at many points, but still so far today, everyone has made contact at some point in the at-bat. It's a 1-2 count with 1 away. Pearson looking for the Wildcats' first strikeout of the game. Goes into right field. It might be playable in foul territory. It will not be, as it just goes over the foul fence. So we'll see the 1-2 pitch once again. We know Sasha, the home run power, can get a hold of one to right field. Only 290. We'll need to hit it higher over there given the higher fence, but it's possible. Even in left field, if he gets a hold of it, could be well gone. Nonetheless, a 1-2 count is up and out. That'll even it up at 2-2. A good miss. Pearson looking for out number 2. Wildcats momentum. Swing and a miss. Sastry cuts on one low in the zone. Be the first of the game from Pearson and the Wildcats alike, and it retires Sastry for number 2. That's exactly what Pearson needed to do. Canton South caught the attention of the umpire. So two-way up steps Joy Revere. Third. Holy Name looking to extend there already large 4-1 lead. Skips past plate is not in time. Nemeth steals home. He's put in 5-1 lead. Ring basic. From your base, read the down angle. Court caught on one that just misses a little too low. Good attempt to get the ball, but Nemeth's too fast. So apt to reading down angle at this level. That is huge for the future of Holy Name baseball. Bases still cleared now. 1-0 count on gone. Smack left side. Nice bounce. Goes to Westfall. Throw across diamond is low, but in time to Pearson to retire the side. Holy Name puts 5 on the scoreboard. In the third, we go to the home half of the frame. They lead it 5-1. Eight, 9, and 1 due up in the home half of the third for Canton South. 1 hit back in the first inning. No hits yet today in that portion of the ball game. For us tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Nothing in 1 count to begin this at bat on Ashton Pearson, the first baseman, who so far this year is batting .216, 5 RBIs, a double, and a triple. He pitched in the win over Orrville on Monday had an excellent outing, allowing no earned runs, has a 1.32 ERA, and with the extra day, depending on how many he threw, he might be able to come in. I doubt he can. He sends it into center field. Nemeth goes over the shoulder and retrieves it for out number 1. Another fundamental catch in center from the athlete known as Nick Nemeth. And when you talk to Holy Names coaches, they know what they have in the outfield with their 3 guys they play out there. They're confident whatever combination they have out there is really good. You have Alexic and Stibley, who most likely will be on rotation next year, with Harrison and Nemeth locking down starting roles. The future still is very bright for this Holy Names team. First of this at-bat from Fletcher is cut on through, so not one count to begin this at-bat. I'm the designated hitter who's batting just below 100 this year. But Holy Name losing 2 starters, Ragone and Humanick. You'll also miss the base running presence of Cameron Ragazzo and the bullpen relief of Josh Kell. But looking at the pipeline, Holy Name looks to have a very good year next year. It was a young team. Coach Marchetta knows that going in. He played this schedule and this young team for a reason, and will look to build a schedule next year that could potentially help them grow even more as athletes. Nemeth, 2 putaways in the inning so far. We've had the Dom Marchetta inning a couple games ago. Will we have the Nick Nemeth inning here in the bottom of the 3rd? To go back to the top, Camden Brooks, the left fielder, struck out looking his first time up. So far in this ball game, only 2 combined strikeouts. The pitch from Frank. Runs inside, so it'll be a 1-0 count. So Camden Brooks going into today's ball game batting 242. The pitch. Ground ball left side. Humanick sees it into the glove. The throw across diamond to his senior Ragone is in time. Pulling in, retires the Wildcats in order for the 2nd straight inning. End of 3 in Canton. Holding it 5-1. Top 4 in Canton. Holy Name leads at 5-1. For us tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. In the home half of the first, Poochie Snyder, a sacrifice fly, scored Trey Wilson. Since then, 5 unanswered, all 5 runs coming in the top of the 3rd. A walk, 2 RBI, single from Nick Nemeth, and Nick Nemeth stealing home has been the difference thus far. Stibley steps up for his 2nd cut of the ball game. First pitch he will see is in the zone. Nothing in 1 count. A.J. Pearson, the senior, on the bump. This will be his 4th inning pitch of the whole campaign in his 2nd appearance. Misses off the plate this time around. Evens it up at 1-1. Danny Stibley entering play today, batting .263, 7 RBIs, 7 stolen bags, in 16 games played. Pearson looking to get ahead on Stibley. Does. Changes it up with a curve, and now it's a 1-2 count. I like the variance of pitches here from Pearson. Not just strictly fastballs. He has 3 pitches that we've seen. The curve, the change, and the fastball. So 1-2 count. Would not be surprised to see low outside fastball. Fouled away. And stuck. Look at that. It's stuck in the backstop. Mr. Himick, the assist, to hit it down. But look at that. We have one baseball that has gotten stuck in the backstop. We'll see if that continues to be a trend. I believe that's the first time we've seen it all year. So 1-2 count. Pearson looking for his second K of the ball game. Finds that outside corner, but just barely doesn't hit it. That's where I suggested he threw the prior pitch. He'll get Stibley to chase. He does an excellent job to hold back. So now 2-2 count. He looks to straighten one out. Pearson will come set and deliver. Misses upstairs this time. Well, those 1-2 has turned full. It's a 3-2 count on Danny Stibley.
That's one right here.
Patience, not pressure. Canton South looking to get some momentum to ride into the home half of the inning. Looking to retire the leadoff hitter. The payoff pitch. Right field on a bloop. It will be caught by the right fielder for out number 1. Nice job out there to go and greet it. It'll be Fletcher now in to play out there. So I believe we have the full change. Caden Fletcher goes from designated hitter to right field. So Shafer completely out of the game. Now up steps Brennan Preissel for his second cut. A base hit his first time up to lead off the 3rd inning. Pearson will miss outside, so 1-0 count to begin this at-bat on the sophomore. Pearson's pitch. Finds the top left of the zone. That will even it up at 1-1. Pearson, similar to Shafer, a contact pitcher. We've seen that thus far. He still has recorded the only K of the ball game for Canton South. A 1-1. Skips past Cords. That'll make it now a 2-1 count. Winner of this game take on St. Vincent's Districts. That game will be 2:30 on Monday at Twinsburg High School. St. V's has some in attendance. Yesterday, some scouts today. Coach Shepard in attendance after the 20-0 no-hit win over Garrett Morgan yesterday afternoon at Skeels Field. A late call gives it a strike. That will even it up at 2-2. Coach was said of giving some instructions to Preissel and trying to coach him up. Torzidlo waits in the on-deck circle. A 2-2. Ground ball right side. Makes contact, but right into the glove of Pearson. Over at 1. Canton South does their job. And now it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 4th. So after the ground out, up steps Mikey Torzidlo. Was told to bunt his first time up, did his job, but then Preissel was told to retreat back to 1. After him, it goes to Michael Lexi, who's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Pearson's done a nice job settling the ship since entering the ballgame. Will miss outside to begin this at-bat on the junior catcher. 1-0 count. Torzidlo started the year playing over at second base. Then Joe Svets earned the call-up. Played in right field a couple games, but as of late has been moved behind the dish with Ragone playing at first base. He's gotten used to going behind the dish for the first time really since last year, where Coach Carter had him for, I would say, around 1/3 of the games. Him and Litherland had a lot of action behind the dish. Jack Topolsky catching what he could when he wasn't on the mound. The 1-1 ground ball left side weakly off the bat. Westfall, the chuck is over in time, but no, he's off the bag. Pearson pulls his foot, so Torzidlo will reach. An infield hit for Torzidlo. It's right. I believe he pulls off the bag. We'll see it on the replay. So the ground ball hit. I believe it's Shafer actually. I think that foot's excellent job from the officials to see it. So now Lexick, 1-for-1, steps into the box. The left looking to move in the ball. So 5 base hits today for Holy Name, resulting in 5 runs. Pearson thought he was out of the inning, but he will face his 4th batter. It goes away. Michael Lexick waves towards Zillow to 2 with the right hand. He is now in scoring position. Canton South in desperate need of the 3rd out. They need to get to the home half of the inning and reset on defense. These long innings, definitely tiring. You have to have that mental fortitude to fight through the fatigue and get out of the frame unscathed. Schneider making some moves over at short. The 1-0. Ground ball right side. It should be textbook. Smith into the glove to throw. This time is in time as Canton South retires the side. Torgidlo gets in a scoring position, but nothing else going. Halfway through this Division II Round 2 playoff game, Holy Name leads it 5-1. Bottom 4 here in Canton. The Wildcats trail it 5-1. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Trey Wilson, his first time up in the ball game was yesterday, had a base hit into left field. Looks to replicate that. So far today, in today's portion of the ball game, it's a no-hitter. If you include yesterday, it's a 1-hitter and 1 run scores. Frank's first offering of the inning. Finds the corner, and accidentally dotted up pitch from Frank gets the inning underway well for Holy Name. It's a 0-1 count. After Wilson, Snyder and Shafer due up. The 0-1 popped up into right field. Stibley will move a little bit to his left and get under it to retire Wilson for out number 1. Now it goes to Poochie Snyder. First time up, an RBI sacrifice fly to center field, giving the Wildcats an early 1-0 lead in the ball game. This would be a big time for him to get a base hit as he looks to extend his already decorated high school athletic career. Frank still looking to cruise through the ball game. Will deal. Clips the corner, 0-1 count. Regardless of the result of today's game, Poochie Snyder's legacy at Canton South is cemented. Will definitely be in the Athletic Hall of Fame. Stark County Athletic Hall of Fame, if they have it, will be there. Pretty much any accolade he can get, he will earn for his time here, especially being the quarterback for the Wildcats. A Final Four run last year. A lot of people, myself included, thought you'd see the likes of Struthers or Lake Catholic get out of the region, but no. Snyder settled down and got his Wildcats to the Final Four where they played a tough team in Glenville. Tanked into left field. It's over Alexic's head. It falls. Snyder's legacy at Canton South will continue as he earns a one-out double. It might be the last action he takes for Canton South, but if that is a fitting way to cap off the high school career of Poochie Snyder. Canton South will miss that man next year. Poochie Snyder, the GOAT of Stark County, a double gets Canton South's inning started in style and gives them some hope as Josh Shafer steps in for his second cuts of the ballgame. The pitch. Just misses in to be a 1-0 count. Couldn't tell. This is the first time I've seen Poochie Snyder play, and wondering the hype, I've only seen highlights. Even on the baseball field, you can tell this kid's an absolute athlete. The pitch. Change it off the speed. Just misses. Good miss. A little bit too low this time around. 2-0. But I don't mind that pitch. Yes, it misses, but nonetheless, that's all you can really ask of him to do. Just try and dot up the corners. Don't give anything crazy here. Snyder goes. Frank steps off. The throw's in time. The tag. This time it's in time. Snyder's foot gets tagged by Preissel. He doesn't listen. He tags him. It's out number 2. If there was any doubt that... No doubt about it. Just glad Snyder's okay. Looks a little scary as you'll see it on the replay. The tag, it trips him up, but an excellent tag. He tries getting around it. That's the athlete Snyder is. But that's a big out number 2. Frank does an excellent job, but Holy Name's defense, give them credit too. They told him to step off. This pitch hits off the bat weirdly as Nemeth gets underneath it, goes down to a knee, and sees it into the glove. Snyder gets in a scoring position, but gets caught between second and third by Harrison Frank. End of 4 in Canton. Holy Name leads it 5-1. Holy Name sends out the top of their lead at 5-1. A lot of 5 on the board. We're just on the call for this afternoon. And why not add more 5 in the mix? In the 3rd and 4th inning. A.J. Pearson on the mound, relieving Josh Shafer of work. The pitch. Hits him! So that will be the 3rd hard 90 of the playoffs for Joe Svets as he reaches for the second. Call that Brandon Geyer the way he's getting hit. One pitch. Now up steps Adam Humanek for his 3rd cuts of the ball game. So far today, 0 for 1 with a walk. Bunt being shown, gets it. Pearson, the bare hand, the throw is just in time. An excellent pitcher fielding play from A.J. Pearson. Dimes up his first baseman for out number 1. It was close, but just beats out Humanik's attempt. That was an excellent play by A.J. Pearson on the mound. It's Pearson to Pearson. But still, they bunted to the left side, a perfect bunt, to go and get it bare hand and throw. Very impressive on the mound. First pitch of this at bat, 2. Now it is skied. It gets really high in the infield. Snyder gets under it and retrieves it for a quick out number 2. This is what Canton South need. They needed a big play, which then gets them out number 2. Now, if they can retire Sastry and go to the sticks, they had the momentum they need to put a couple runs on the board. This game is not over by any means. I said going in, this has a 5-4 ball game with most of the runs being scored in the last 3 innings written all over it. That could still be the case if Canton South gets hot. The pitch, skied by Sastry behind us, almost hits a car. Around 10 to 15 feet to the right of hitting a car on the road driving. Sastry will take a second to tie his shoe. Cars driving by, beware. Usually we're averaging right around 1 car being hit a game. We don't want to have one hit on the main road by any means. So Sastry so far today, 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout. Pearson, he will set and deliver. That was the pitch to turn on for Sastry. He sees it in the zone. Now an 0-2 count. We're going to waits in the on-deck circle. Pearson looking to get out of the inning. Still a runner over at second base. Snyder makes a run, will stay put behind Svets, who creeps. The 0-2 runs in, almost clipping Sastry, but will just barely evade the designated hitter. Now it'll be a 1-2 count. For Canton South, Smith, Pearson, and Cords due up in the home half of the 5th. Svets being told to take more, takes off, high, Cords to throw the tag. A dime thrown by Cords, gets Svets going for 3, and that retires the side. Canton South, they need some momentum, and that might be the momentum they need. Middle of 5 in Canton. Holy Name leads at 5-1. Canton South will return. Smith, Pearson, and Cords due up in the home half of the 5th inning. Canton South, 2 great defensive putouts, 1 on the bunt from Humanik, an excellent throw from the left side of the diamond over to first from A.J. Pearson, and then the caught stealing Joe Svets running to third, and Grady Cords a dime chucked on over to his third baseman, Shafer. It's 2 big outs that they earned. They need to use it as momentum. It's a 1-0 count on Smith. Frank will deal. This is outside a 2-0 count. If you're Holy Name, you want to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3, or as quickly as possible. Defense and offense in baseball is one of the most underrated aspects of the game. If Canton South plays their cards right, we could have a very good ball game. Hit right to Nemeth. He takes a couple steps back and retrieves it for out number 1. Good contact, but unfortunately for Canton South, right into the glove of the sophomore Nemeth. That'll be 2 consecutive flyouts to Nick Nemeth as A.J. Pearson now steps in. Started the game in right field and now on the bump. With 1 away, he looks to get on base and help Canton South get some runs back. They trail by 4, but still plenty of time. The pitch finds the corner. Nothing in 1 count. Frank has done an excellent job today hitting the corners. He has just an ability to find his spots on the corner. It's just been amazing to watch. Misses low this time around. I know in talking to Mr. Ehrbar, shout out to him. Hopefully he's watching. I know he's watched the last couple of games. He has a lot of high praise for Harrison Frank. And you can see that translating to the baseball diamond. He can find his spots perfectly, and if that could translate to him as QB1 next year, Holy Name has another great quarterback to add to the list. Mercucci, Williams, Cole, Frank, and then after Frank, Connor Jamison. We have a great lineage of quarterbacks starting to emerge at Holy Name High School, and that will be very fun to watch. It's a 3-1 count now on Pearson. Grady Corey circle. He has all the momentum in the world to get a big hit. The pitch. Skied. And it will just go over the dugout. Will hit the main road. Off the sidewalk into the main road. And will remain there. Frankie Germano will now run across traffic along with Josh Shafer to go get the ball. It was around 4:35. I look over to my left in that road and you see Frankie Germano walking around it. Had no clue what he was doing. Hopefully he knew. The payoff pitch. Strike 3! Cut on through by Pearson. Frank settles in. His second K of the ball game, first of today's leg of it. And that records out number 2. Don't underestimate the pitching ability of Harrison Frank. 2 hits allowed in the ball game, 2 Ks. He has been lights out so far. Grady Kors, the catcher, now steps in for his second cuts of the ball game. Popped out to Svets back in the second. Just misses the outside corner. Be a 1-0 count to begin this at bat. Kors had the throw out to end the top of the 5th. An excellent throw at that. Frank will come set and deliver. Now moves it in a little bit more. That'll even up a 1-1. Frank does a nice job to move the ball in just enough to clip the corner. So 1-1 count. Now the pitch. Hit. Svets scoops it. The throw to 1 is in time. Call it a line out or a ground out. Either way, Joe Svets makes the play and retires the side. The Wildcats go in order. End of 5 in Canton. Holy Name leads it 5-1. Top of the sixth here in Canton, Ohio. Holy Name leads it 5-1 after an explosive third inning. Rest tuning in. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. J.R. Sastri's last at-bat was interrupted as Joe Svets was thrown out trying to steal third. He now steps in for what will be his official third at-bat of the game. First pitch he sees down the middle. 0-1 count to begin his at-bat. After Sastry, it goes to Ragone, then Danny Stibley. Pearson has done a nice job settling things down since relieving Shafer early in the ball game. Sastry now down 0-2 as Pearson does a nice job to find the lower part of the zone. Pearson's looking for his second punch out of the ball game. The scoreboard now shows 29-0 Canton South. That is definitely not the score. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Sastry cuts on through. That's the second time he is retired swinging. It's one batter and one out for the Wildcat defense. Look at that weird chop swing there almost from Sastry. Just needed to commit to the swing, but nonetheless, he is retired. That's K number 2 from Pearson. And now up steps Joey Ragone, who has grounded out twice today. In the zone, 0-1 count. A big thing right now for Holy Name is being willing to pull the trigger. You're up by 4. If it's in the zone, why not take a cut at it? Especially Ragone, who has power to send the ball over the fence. Upstairs this time around, that'll even it up at 1-1. Winner of this ball game takes on St. Vincent St. Mary on Monday at 2:30 at Twinsburg High School. A 1-1 fouled into the back netting. Now a 1-2 count on the senior. Danny Stibley awaits in the on-deck circle, also 0-2 on the afternoon. Ragone trying to straighten one out. Get Holy Name on the base path with one away. Pearson's pitch. Fouled in the top netting. Hit something down that was up there. So while also staying alive, he does Canton South a favor and cleans up the back netting. So 1-2 count. Pearson looking for a second consecutive strikeout. Doesn't get it, just runs in a little too much. I'll even it up at 2-2. You still have to be patient if you're Holy Name here. Yes, you're up by 4, but you don't want to give Canton South free outs and a way back into the ball game. You want to settle it down and win it as soon as possible. That'll help Canton South. No. It'll be a full 3-2 count. I thought that clipped the corner. A great miss. It's now a full count. Can Holy Name work with it? The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Ragone cuts on one outside. Third K of the ball game from Pearson. It's 2 up, 2 down. You can definitely tell Pearson wanted that strikeout and, quite frankly, deserved it on the prior pitch. Now up steps Danny Stibley in for his third cuts of the ball game. Swing and a miss. Pearson really finding his groove now. 0-1 count. Can Canton South continue to deal? Fouled away into the road. Now an 0-2 count on Stibley. Pearson looking to strike out the side. Something about this inning has just changed A.J. Pearson. He has pitched extremely well. Can he cap off his impressive inning with another K? Not on that pitch. Misses upstairs. Now 1-2 count on Danny Stibley. I like the variance, though. You cannot let Holy Name get a base hit at this point. You have to pitch around them, and you have to, if you can, get him out on a strikeout. The 1-2 count, the pitch from Pearson, skips away to the right side. Now a 2-2 count. And now if you're A.J. Pearson, now is when you try and throw a strike here. Try and clip the corner. Don't try anything fancy here. Just get out of the inning and get your offense back on the field. You will come set. It's a 2-2 count, 2 away. The pitch from Pearson upstairs. Wells once 0-2 is now full. Excellent patience being shown by Danny Stibley at the plate. It's his second career playoff start, and he's already showing that he's well ready for the moment. It's a full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch. Pearson freezes Sibley as he strikes out the side. Heading into the inning, Canton South only had one recorded K. They leave it with 3 more. Middle of 6. Holy Name still leads it 5-1. Canton South has some work to do. They're down to their final 6 outs of the season if they can't plate 4 runs. Bottom of 6, they trail 5-1. You're just tuning in. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Frank has been dealing really well for Holy Name on the mound this afternoon, finding his spots really well, hitting corners. Only 1 hit on today's part of the game. 1 hit yesterday, 2 hits overall, both of them coming on nicely hit balls to the left side. An 0-1 count. Runs inside. That'll even it up at 1-1. Ashton Pearson 0 for 1 on the ball game thus far with a pop out. After Pearson, it goes to Fletcher, then to Camden Brooks for the 3rd time around the order. Moves his right foot out of the way. Now a 2-1 count. Canton South needs a rally late in this ball game if they want to keep their season alive. Frank will come set. Now the pitch. Sent into left field, finds the green grass in front of Alexic for a leadoff base hit. That could really help the Wildcats get some momentum in their favor as they're 1 step closer to scoring the 2nd run of the ballgame. It's basic hitting, as I said, sent into left. Not really a liner, not really a grounder, just sent there. Perfectly finds the grass. 3rd hit of the ballgame. Canton South will look to work off of it. The pitch from Frank. Bunt, an excellent bunt. Wow, it goes towards the end of the throw to 1 in time for out number 1. But Fletcher does his job and moves Pearson in a scoring position. But man, the bunts today have been perfectly executed on both sides. And now we go back to the top of the lineup. Camden Brooks, the left fielder, 0 for 2 on the ball game. Will now step up with a runner in scoring position. No! And now he has to go back. So both sides now have been called and have had to have their runners move back to first after a bunt. At least it's even for both sides now. Throw back to 1, not in time. But man, I don't think we've seen that all year with bunts. Anyone being sent back to first after a bunt, no one really knows what happened. Maybe he stepped out of the box when he hit it, I don't know. Popped up, it will go just out of play. And now that'll be an 0-1 count. But still, surprising to see that called twice. Canton South, that is a real momentum killer. Runner in scoring position now back to first. If they can score 1 run in this inning, they still have a decent chance to put some runs up in the 7th. You have to get 1 this inning, though. Ground ball chop weakly left side. Preissel bobbles it. It'll be an E5 as Camden Brooks reaches 2 on the pound with 1 away. And now up steps Trey Wilson with a chance to do some damage. That's Holy Name's first error of the ball game. And now it's time to settle things down. The game is not won. Your ticket to Twinsburg is not punched. Settle things down, get out of the inning, and go into the 7th and regroup. But if you're Canton South, live up this moment. Now is your time to do some real damage. After Wilson, it goes to Poochie Snyder, who has a chance to even further cement his legacy at Canton South. The bases are loaded for him, and he drills a ball into left field. 5-3 ball game, and now that would be his last at-bat for Canton South in his high school career. It's one heck of a going-away party. But first things first, Trey Wilson, 2 stolen bags, 1 for 2 on the day. What can he do with 1 away? The pitch for Frank, bunt being shown, pulled back, runner goes towards another throw, the tag is in time! Torzidlo does his job for out number 2. That will bring momentum right back to the green and white. Mikey Torzidlo in the playoffs and throwouts. It's something that goes together perfectly. But man, that killed momentum even more for Canton South. So 1 runner on with 2 away. Let's give credit to both catchers today. Mikey Torzidlo and Grady Cords, excellent games behind the dish. Cords let 1 pass that scored a run. It wasn't his fault. It was well outside. He has caught an excellent game, and his throwout that got Svets was really impressive. Gets past Ragone. The runner will stay put at 1, but just got past Ragone. Excellent backup, though, by Danny Stibley. Does his job in right field, and there it is, being awake in the field. It's the little things in this game. Hypothetically, that runner was safe over at 3. Torzidlo makes that throw. It's now a 5-2 ball game. It's the little things in this game that matter. Smacked right side, foul. So now a 2-1 count. But still, both sides defensively have made some excellent plays. It's been a relatively clean game. Frank comes set, checks over his shoulder a couple times. Time called. This will be the first time I believe Canton South calls time in the box since yesterday. I believe Wilson was the last batter to do so as well. The 2-1 misses outside. Torzidlo fakes the throw down. Now a 3-1 count. Poochie Snyder awaits in the on-deck circle. He doubled his last time up. Frank will come set, keeping a close eye on Brooks. The 3-1 misses upstairs, so it's a 2-out walk as Trey Wilson will reach, and now Poochie Snyder steps in to the box. Coach Marchetta will call time and go and talk to Harrison Frank. Over in Holy Name's bullpen, Frankie Germano is getting warm. The infield will be called in. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow as Holy Name Boys Lacrosse takes on Olmsted Falls in a round 2 OHSAA playoff game. That game will start at 7 p.m. at Charles A. Harding Stadium at Olmsted Falls High School. And then if Holy Name wins this game, we'll be back on Monday at 2:30 at Twinsburg High School as Holy Name plays in a district semifinal game against St. Vincent St. Mary. To stay up to date on all the games we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put out push notifications to be notified when we go live. Snyder, 2 on for him. What can he do? Fouls the first one away, nothing in 1 count. But Snyder this year, 9 doubles. Now would be a perfect time for his 10th. If you're Holy Name, though, just get out of the inning unscathed. You've done it before with runners on. You can do it again. The 0-1. Just missing inside. I was about to say that was the pitch to turn on, but then it took a last-second dip inside. Evens up at 1-1. One mistake could be really costly. Frank has pitched a great game thus far. but the job is far from finished. Misses outside, now a 2-1 count. Towards it, though, does a nice job to go outside and get it. Josh Shafer over 2 on the afternoon waits in the on-deck circle. Frank will take a second and come set. The 2-1. Popped up in the infield. It's Carlos Fetz. Goes for it. Jimenez calls him off. He runs and retrieves it to retire the side. Canton South puts 2 on the base path, but no runs cross. End of 6 in Canton. Holy Name leads it 5-1. Top 7 in Canton. Holy Name leads it 5-1. If you're just tuning in, I'm Nathan. That's me on the call for you this afternoon. A.J. Pearson came into the game in the 3rd inning to relieve Josh Shafer after he gave up a couple of runs. I believe all 5 runs go against Shafer. But nonetheless, A.J. Pearson has done an excellent job in only his 2nd appearance of the year to settle things down. Preisel takes it into right field, but on a line, caught. Fletcher goes to greet it as 1 pitch, 1 away to begin the 7th inning. Going back to the beginning of the game, where a lot of what I talked about was fundamental baseball. And there it is once again. You don't do anything crazy in right field, take the path of least resistance to the ball, see it into the glove, and get 1 out closer to getting back at the sticks. And now up steps Mikey towards Zidlow. The pitch. Finds the corner. It'll be a 0-1 count to begin the catcher's 3rd at-bat. From Pearson. Popped up. It goes into the road. And misses the cars. 0-2 count here on towards Zidlow. After him, it goes to Michael Lexick. The pitch from Pearson. Skips away from Coors, now a 1-2 count. Pearson has done an excellent job of Ks since coming in the ball game. But even if Canton South loses, that young man has nothing to be ashamed of. He has pitched an excellent game. If he started, we might have a different ball game. The 1-2 count, the pitch. Misses low this time around. Now a 2-2. Frankie Germano still potentially getting ready in the bullpen if need be. But as of right now, Holy Name looks to ride Harrison into the sunset, which will then lead them to Monday. The 2-2, swing and a miss towards the 2. That's the 5th day of the afternoon from A.J. Pearson. Now up steps Michael Lexick. After him, it goes back to Svets for the 4th time. Michael Lexick so far today, 1 for 2 with a base hit and a ground out. Time called. Believe the pitch being thrown by Germano in the bullpen hit the dugout. Pearson will come set 2-away. The pitch. Lexick thought about it, but holds off. 1-0 count. Just a little too far outside, I believe, is the call. Pearson getting back to work, trying to dial back in. The delivery. Skips into the dirt. Cords keeps it. But now a 2-0 count on Lexick. He doesn't have to do anything crazy on this at bat. Just extend the inning. Get Svets up the bat. Let him do something. 5-1 ball game. Holy Name has had it lead a couple of times. They just need to be able to hold it in the 7th. EC game, they struggled to do that and ended up losing it 9-8. They're looking to hold off the Wildcats in the 7th. But 1 run would do wonders for that. Flips the corner. A get-right pitch for Pearson. Makes it now a 2-1 count. Just slightly moving the spot. You don't need to move the ball so far it's down the middle. You just have to keep it close. When I'm being told to go inside the fence. That's one of these things at these kind of fields. You have to stay inside the fence. You can't just be lingering for safety reasons. The 2-1 in the zone. That'll even it up at 2-2. Pearson has done a nice job to shake off the first 2 pitches of the at-bat and move the ball up slightly and has found the sweet spot. He's now 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Pearson, the last 8, I believe. Okay, there we go. He's retired the last 7 batters in order to make it 8 in a row. The 2-2 pitch from Pearson. Misses off the plate. Cords carried off. A little too far outside as he's carried off. 3-2 count. If Alexa gets on, it goes to Joe Svets. Pearson looking to get the sticks back rolling for Canton South. The payoff pitch. Strike 3. It freezes Alexic on the outside corner. 8th out in the corner by Pearson. The ball game. Now defense. 7. Canton South has 3 outs to work with to save their season. Bottom of the 7th in round 2 of the OHSAA Playoffs. It's crunch time for Canton South. They need to score 4 to keep their hopes alive. They score 5. They will go on in to next week and go into round 3. Shafer, Smith, and Pearson, the 3 that are guaranteed at-bats in this inning for Canton South, barring any pinch hits. Frank so far today, 6 innings, 1 run. First pitch of the inning goes to center field. Nemeth goes back and retrieves it. Holy Name now 2 outs away from earning a spot in districts. Once again, Canton South, they can hit the baseball. They've proven that. Unfortunately for them, it's hit directly to the outfield. They have plenty of power, but Holy Name has 3 great outfielders, now 4 as Marchetta subs in for Alexican left, who have done an excellent job today when they've been called upon. Now Jimmy Smith steps in for his 3rd cuts, fly out and a ground out to his name thus far. The pitch from Frank, 2nd pitch of the inning, grounded, Preissel scoops, Chuck Cross Diamond is in time for out number 2. Playing the final countdown, Holy Name is 1 out away from earning the victory. And now A.J. Pearson, the last hope of Canton South. The senior looks to extend his high school career 1 more at-bat. He needs to do something here. Frank has thrown 2 pitches this inning. 1 out separates Holy Name and Districts. The pitch from Frank. Smacked into right field. It will fall for a 2-out base hit. So Pearson will have a chance to move along the base path. And now it will go to Grady Cords. That'll be the 4th hit of the ball game from the home team. So Cords so far today 0 for 2. Frank will keep an eye over at first. The pitch. In the zone, 0-1. Frank, once again, he's done an excellent job today finding his spots. That is his calling card. He hits the corners, he finds his spots, does whatever he needs to do. The 0-1. Ground ball right side. This can do it. Svets to Bergone. Holy Name dances into the district tournament, beating Canton South 5-1 for the first time since 2022. They will take a trip to Twinsburg. An excellent ball game finish. It might have taken over 24 hours to get the job done, but the job is done nonetheless. St. Vincent St. Mary will pack up and they will prepare for Monday as they will take on the 27th-seeded Holy Name Green Wave. It'll be a great game live 31st at Twinsburg High School. Looking forward to covering St. Vincent St. Mary once again. A great win for them last night. Shout out to St. Vincent St. Mary. 5-inning game, beat Garrett Morgan 20-0. I believe it was large on the mound, 13 Ks. I believe 15 or 16 batters faced. An excellent efficient day from him. Would not be surprised though to see Tyler Sloan on the mound for St. Vincent St. Mary. For Holy Name, expect to see Dom Marchetta on the bump on Tuesday or Monday. It's a big game. Big time players make big time plays in big time games. Your player of the game brought to you by Keon Sports. You cannot win a game if you start pitching or your pitching in general struggles. My player of the game, Harrison Frank. Only 2 Ks, 4 hits given up. He had an excellent game. Nick Nemeth also did his job really well. Mikey Torzidlo as well. Just the bottom of the lineup has really impressed me today. We'll be back on tomorrow's Holy Name Boys Across takes on Homestead Falls, the OHSAA Playoffs, and then on Monday, 2:30 first pitch, Holy Name takes on St. Vincent St. to advance to the district final. To stay up to date on all the games we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Oh, that will do it from Canton South High School. Thank you to Canton South for their hospitality yesterday and today. Shout out to their head coach. Been great to work with, been talking with him, making sure everything that we needed was set up. So shout out to you, Coach Cody Edwards of Canton South, a true class act. I'll be in the area next year. I'm going to Mount Union. I would love to call some games for Canton South. A fun team to watch. Even though they lost today, you can tell they have plenty of great ball players. Shout out as well to Poochie Snyder in his final ever high school sporting event. That kid will go far at Sacred Heart. Well, that'll do it from Canton South. Advance to the districts. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Wednesday and now Thursday night with us. Have a good night, everyone, and go Namers.